The Real Housewives of New Jersey Season 13 finale recently aired, and Bravo finally dropped the exciting trailer for the upcoming reunion. The entire season of the Garden State franchise has been a boiling pot of emotions, thanks to Teresa Giudice and Joe Gorga's ongoing feud. Tensions ran high all season long, with most of the fights being saved for the tell-all. Even though it could be argued that the Real Housewives of New Jersey's Giudice storyline has grown stale, the siblings and their partners keep delivering. Since the show premiered in 2009, it's featured many cast members who are related. The tight-knit family bond of the Manzos, Gorgas, and the Giudices helped the Real Housewives franchise to stand out from the other Real Housewives spin-offs, thanks to their mob-like mentality. However, blood has not always been thicker than water, as the reality stars often proved with their legendary battles. 10 Margaret calls Teresa Louise criminals during the intense sit-down. The former friends, maybe frenemies is a more appropriate term. Margaret Josephs and Teresa are seen clashing again. Teresa, who is sporting a golden gown, is heard telling the Macbeth Collection founder that she is the devil. The 56-year-old Margaret quips back, "You are a criminal, and so is he." Teresa quickly changes her tune, as she once again threatens Margaret by telling her to sleep with one eye open. It isn't clear what the two RHONJ stars are arguing about. However, the tension could have stemmed from Margaret's decision to leave Teresa and Luis' wedding early, thereby showing support for Joe and Melissa Gorga. Margaret was seen crying during the ceremony, as she thought about how broken up Joe was over his falling out with his only sister. 9 Teresa calls Margaret old hag Nancy. Both Jennifer Aydin and Teresa tried to age shame Margaret in scenes from the trailer, even though she looked drop-dead gorgeous. While Jennifer claimed the fashion designer had old lady energy, Teresa hit low, calling the blonde in pigtails a hag. This isn't the first time Teresa has picked on Margaret's looks, since she called out the blonde for eating too much last season. 8 Dolores admits Paul isn't divorced yet. Dolores may be in love with her Irish beau, Paul Connell, but there still isn't a ring on her finger. There may be a very good explanation for that, since he apparently isn't legally divorced. The trailer didn't give much away, but hopefully, Andy delved deeper into the Patterson native's answer. 7 The RHONJ cast ambushes Luis for private investigator throughout the Real Housewives of New Jersey Season 13. Luis has morphed into a cruel and vindictive man. While he once tried to portray himself as calm, all pretenses went out the window during the reunion clip. Luis chose to go up against the men of RHONJ, who are likable, and have a strong bond with one another. Luis denied that he hired a private investigator to gather information about the cast, even though Bravo cameras caught him bragging about it. The conversation got serious when John Fuda spoke up, telling Luis he has connections, big ones. 6 Teresa gets a call from Joe Giudice in much a needed humorous break. Juicy Joe dialed in from his home in the Bahamas. The purpose of his call was to ask Teresa if Bill Aydin would do some work on the bags under his eyes. However, as far as it's known, Joe has yet to book an appointment at the Aydin Center for Plastic Surgery. 5 Teresa insinuates Melissa put her in jail. Teresa heads down one of her many rabbit holes, as she's clearly still searching for the rat who sold her out to the FBI. Teresa was found guilty, and served 11 months behind bars in 2014. She was convicted of fraud, and the charges related to her ex-husband Joe Giudice's bankruptcy fraud. Host Andy Cohen casually wondered if Teresa believed that Melissa was the one who called the FBI and put her in jail. In an accusatory tone, Teresa lashed out at Joe's wife, revealing that she spoke to the FBI because of what you've done. However, the King of Bravo and the rest of the cast seemed unsure about what Melissa may or may not have done. Joe quickly depends on his wife, as he asks his sister if she is threatening him. Teresa coolly replies, "I am speaking the truth." Poor Teresa walks off, the RHONJ reunion said during the Saying the Real Housewives of New Jersey argument. Joe Gorga tells his older sister that she broke his heart a long time ago, and the moment is poignant. His attitude seems to trigger Teresa, who reverts to her old ways. She yells, telling her brother, and anyone who will listen, that he's a disgrace. She cries, "You should be ashamed of yourself." In one fell swoop, the Og of Jersey quickly exits her spot on the couch. She storms off the set, while still screaming her lungs out at Joe. As her husband Luis Rulas runs after her, she yells, "And don't come following me." She was likely referring to the cameras, rather than the love of her life. 3. Andy Cohen shushes the RHONJ cast twice. Andy's emotions are also running at an all-time high during the Real Housewives of New Jersey trailer, as he had to yell at the entire cast, not once but twice. While speaking out on an episode of Radio Andy, the father of two, shared that the hatred at the reunion was next level. He felt that the tension between Teresa and Melissa was overpowering, noting that the gloves are off. One clip shows Andy shouting at Luis to let them talk. 2. Melissa tells Teresa, "Try to control yourself," in an attempt to either calm down or rile up Teresa. The NB owner told the mother of 4 to control herself during one of her many outbursts. At the beginning of the clip, while she was applying her lip gloss, Melissa sasses Teresa. She says, "I know you hate me, but just try to control yourself." One Teresa admits she wants to kick Melissa off RHONJ. The decades-long fighting between Melissa and Teresa has culminated in rumors that one of the Jersey staples may be leaving the show. However, to Teresa's dismay, Melissa has already made it perfectly clear that she isn't going anywhere. At one point or another, both have predicted that the other would be let go from the Real Housewives of New Jersey by Bravo. In a catty move, Teresa states, "I can't wait to never fuck asterisk in look at your face again after today," to which Melissa questioned, "Oh, why? Where y'all going?" Sources: Bravo, Radio Andy.